how to beat loneliness without being super social. So one of the things that is surprising about loneliness is that it's not just about connections to other people. It's not just about friendships. And a lot of us right now don't really have the energy to go out and make new friends. And that's totally okay. What we can do is we can actually start with belonging to ourselves. There's a lot of different ways that you can feel belonging, and belonging to yourself is one of the most important ones because you can't really belong super well with other people until you feel a strong connection to yourself. Actually made a cute little workbook about this. So if you want this little printable worksheet, got some great fun things you can play with, send me a message. I will send it to you. It's totally free. So one thing you can do, and we talk about this in this workbook, is you can spend some time understanding who you are. What do you love? What are your favorites? One of the things that I found is that people who belong to themselves tend to have a very clear idea of who they are, what their favorites are, what they love. Even if it's just as simple as a favorite spot to read, a favorite type of tea to drink while reading, but also favorite places to go outside of your house. Do you have a favorite park? Do you have a favorite cafe? These are really important foundational pieces to connecting with yourself, but then also with the world outside of your home. If we're all starting to kind of practice our post-pandemic building back our social muscles, then having a place to go where we know that we feel good, where we feel safe, where we can just hang out and read a book, having that as a regular spot that you go to where you start to get to know the people who run that space, those kinds of things, can be a huge way of building a foundation that we can then grow on top of when we start thinking about getting more social. But it starts with you. It starts with what are your favorite spots that you would like to hang out in? What are your favorite things to do? And how can you nurture that relationship with yourself? So start with that, and then we can build on that foundation from there. But the main thing to keep in mind is that we don't need to force it. We don't need to force being social. We don't need to try going out. You can foster a sense of belonging, and you can beat loneliness without having to think too much about being super social and being super extroverted. You could be a total introvert. You could be totally, low key, low energy, and still be able to address this issue and foster a stronger sense of belonging.